Hello guys, True North here, and I'm going to be showing you how to save money. Sometimes this is hard for people, and hopefully I can get that across that it's not as bad, and it can be so much helpful uh, in the end. So let's begin with, first you gotta make a budget, of course. You gotta see what you're spending and how much you're spending in each area. So make sure to look at your budget and how much you're spending right now and see if you can cut back on certain things. Like, what do you need? And, can you cut back on the wants in your life? And use popular finance apps like Budget. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. And to help manage how much you spend. Next, we're moving to save money on cable. Me, in the future, I'm not going to use cable at all. I am going to use Netflix because that's $8 a month, I believe, and it's much better than spending $20 to $40 a month. So, and plus exercise, never hurt anyone. Saving money on food. Go to your neighborhood supermarket because most likely they have deals. Like I can't think of anything, but where they have like Deal Wednesday or whatever, something like that. And spend money or grow more vegetables because those are cheap, and if you grow them, then you get them for free. And if you sprinkle them with herbs and spices, that is a very great meal right there. Meat is very expensive, so try to cut back on that when you can, and buy food in bulk at places like Costco, because that comes very cheap. Saving money on electricity. Turn off all lights during the day and only keep some on at night. Plus, once you leave rooms, turn off the light as well. Save a lot of money doing that. Um, Invest in some warm clothing and blankets instead of spending too much money on heating. You don't want to crank the heat up just because you're cold. Just get some warm clothing for those cold times, and you don't have to keep spending money through the roof on heating. And use window sealer on your windows so the cold air, won't crank up the heat too. Um, on entertainment, hang out with your friends and rent a movie, preferably at your house, because once you go out, you have a tendency to want to spend more money than you've planned. Second, try to stop drinking alcohol as often and consider it as a treat. Have in moderation. Most men spend a large amount of their income on alcohol. And also, distract yourself by learning a new skill. Draw, make videos, play an instrument, etc. The list goes on. If you feel like learning something, do it. It'll keep your mind off those bad habits. And saving money on cars. Me, I'm visually impaired, so I'm not going to be using a car in the future. But you can still use a car, mostly just for long distance travels, though. For short distance, I mostly prefer using a bike, walk, go take the bus, subway, stuff like that. And it's not easy for others, but for some, you could sell your car. Save money on insurance, and then saving money on you. What I was bringing back before about the whole alcohol, quitting those bad habits will definitely increase how much money you have and how much you can spend. Do research online about saving money. There's more sources out there than just this one to get you more bang for your buck. And watch Extreme Cheapskates on Netflix. It's funny, and it puts you in the mindset of being cheap. Saving money tips, you can pause this if I go too fast, but shop at thrift stores, do it yourself, such as repair sinks and stuff like that yourself instead of calling the service. These are the type of stuff that you need to learn. So once it occurs, you can just do it. Use the old clothesline, which means instead of using that expensive dryer, you just put them out, and the nature's wind will do it for you. Use your public library, very important. Cut fabric softeners in half. It's pretty specific, but half of a fabric softener can work just as well as a whole one. And traveling frugally, or traveling with friends. Cancel your gym membership. Watch YouTube, because they have a lot of how-to videos, especially the channel Howcast. Improve your work performance for a raise or promotion. Take a personal finance class and eat leftovers at work, so you're not going out and spending more money. Don't go to the mall, because if you have a plan to buy something, you'll most likely get off track and buy a whole lot of other stuff that you don't even need. Stay healthy, because once you get sick, you end up having to make up for the days that you missed. Sell clutter, on eBay, which is a useful source, as you can see in the bottom right corner. eBay will be your friend for saving money. Frugal gifting, or regift the gifts that were given to you and you haven't appreciated them. It sounds harsh. I thought it sounded harsh once I did the research on it. But usually, if you don't like something, it's best to give it away. Drink water. Stop using credit cards, or get a free credit card, or use debit cards. So there's a lot of different things you can do instead. Cancel subscriptions of things you're not using, such as magazines. Eat less meat. As I said before, it's expensive. Watch your credit card payments like a hawk. You can go to freecreditcardreport.com to print out your report and see what you've been spending it on. And of course, ask yourself, do I need this? Use eBay. Use websites like Groupon, and don't pay for a landline phone, because that's just money walking right out in your pocket. Once you have your cell phone, you can place that as your home phone. And lastly, the benefits: you protect the environment, you stay healthy, you stay focused, you learn how to do new things in this process, and saving money can make you financially sustainable and much more comfortable. And the list continues, like no depression, stuff like that. And that will do it for True North here. I hope you enjoyed my saving money tutorial, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos in the future. Please comment, subscribe, and like.